unveiling the truth behind China's ambitious Tiangong Space Station project. From scientific exploration to geopolitical domination, discover the gripping story of the real motive behind this groundbreaking mission that will leave you on the edge of your seat. What is the Tiangong Space Station? Tiangong Space Station, or Heavenly Palace, is China's new permanent space station. The country has previously launched two temporary trial space stations, named Tiangong 1 and Tiangong 2. The new Lab Wenchen is the second of three key modules to Tiangong. The first key module, Tianhe, which contains living quarters for crew members, was sent into orbit in April 2021. The other key module, the Mengshan Science Lab, is due to be launched by the end of 2022. China has big ambitions for Tiangong. The station will have its own power, propulsion, life support systems, and living quarters. It is also designed to provide refueling power to China's new space telescope called Sunchen, which will fly close to the space station next year. Designing the Chinese space station. Building on the success of the Tiangong missions, China constructed the core module of the CSS, dubbed the Tian-1, Harmony of the Heavens 1. The core module is 18.1 meters long and has a mass of 22 metric tons. The module was originally planned for entry into orbit sometime in 2018, but officials announced in March 2018 that the launch would be delayed. Reports indicate the delay was due to a failed launch in 2017 of the heavy-lift Long March 5 rocket that is needed to lift the module into orbit. The deployment of Tianhe-1 is not expected to take place until the first half of 2021, likely in April, nearly 3 years behind the original schedule. If successful, the core module will be joined by the Tianhe-2 cargo and supply spacecraft, which will dock with the Tian-1 to deliver propellant, as well as supplies for the taconauts who will eventually live on the CSS. The Tianhe-2 will have a mass of around 13.5 metric tons, with a cargo mass of around 6.5 metric tons. The spacecraft will launch on a Long March 7 medium-lift rocket, likely in May 2021. With the core module deployed and stocked, China will launch 3 taconauts to live on the CSS. The launch is expected to take place in June 2021. This crewed mission, named Shenzhou-12, will be China's 7th, and the first since the Shenzhou-11 mission in 2016. There are currently a total of 4 crewed missions planned, with 12 taconauts in training to live on the CSS. China's history. China is only the 3rd country in history to have put both astronauts into space and to build a space station, after the Soviet Union, now Russia, and the US. China hopes Tiangong will replace the International Space Station, ISS, which is due to be decommissioned in 2031. Chinese astronauts are currently excluded from the ISS because US law bans its space agency, NASA, from sharing its data with China. China's plans to reach the Moon and Mars. China's ambitions do not end there. A few years from now, it wants to take samples from asteroids near the Earth. By 2030, it aims to have put its first astronauts on the Moon and to have sent probes to collect samples from Mars and Jupiter. Operations. Tiangong is a permanently crewed station from 5 June 2022, typically staffed with a crew of 3 people and can support up to 6 people. After the completion of the station in November 2022, it housed a crew of 6 people for the first time for 5 days during the crew rotation from Shenzhou 14 to Shenzhou 15 in December 2022. Operations will be controlled by the Beijing Aerospace Flight Control Center in China. To guarantee the safety of astronauts on board, a Long March 2S/G with a Shenzhou spacecraft will always be on standby for an emergency rescue mission. Purpose and mission. According to CMSA, which operates the space station, the purpose and mission of Tiangong is to develop and gain experience in spacecraft rendezvous technology, permanent human operations in orbit, long-term autonomous spaceflight of the space station, regenerative life support technology, and autonomous cargo and fuel supply technology. It will also serve as the platform for the next-generation orbit vehicles, scientific and practical applications at large scale in orbit, and technology for future deep space exploration. CMSI also encourages commercial activities led by the private sector and hopes their involvement could bring cost-effective aerospace innovations. Space tourism at the space station Tiangong. One of the key reasons is China's desire to establish itself as a major player in space exploration and to increase its influence in the global community. China has made significant strides in space exploration over the past few decades, with achievements such as launching its first satellite, sending its first astronaut into space, and landing a rover on the moon. The development of the Tiangong Space Station represents another important milestone in China's space program, demonstrating the country's technological capabilities and its commitment to long-term space exploration. In addition to the scientific and technological benefits of the space station, there are also strategic and geopolitical factors at play. China's space program is seen as a source of national pride and a symbol of the country's growing global influence. By developing the Tiangong Space Station, China can assert its presence in space and increase its soft power on the world stage. Furthermore, the development of the space station allows China to cooperate with other countries on space exploration, building partnerships and fostering international goodwill. This can be seen in China's collaboration with the European Space Agency on the Tiangong station, as well as its participation in other international space initiatives. Overall, while there may be multiple reasons why China developed the Tiangong Space Station, it is clear that the station represents an important step forward for China's space program and its ambitions to become a major player in space exploration and global affairs. Benefits: with the successful completion of its new space station, China has secured several benefits that can significantly enhance its position as a global power. One major advantage is the ability to conduct long-term scientific research in space, which can lead to breakthroughs in fields such as astronomy, physics, and medicine. In addition, the new space station can serve as a platform for international cooperation, allowing China to work with other countries on space-related projects and build stronger diplomatic ties. The space station also has significant military implications, as it can be used to gather intelligence and conduct surveillance operations. Furthermore, the development of a space station demonstrates China's technological capabilities and can enhance the country's prestige on the global stage. Finally, the space station can also serve as a source of inspiration for China's youth, encouraging them to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and helping to ensure the country's continued growth and development in these areas. In conclusion, the Tiangong Space Station is not just a symbol of China's technological prowess, but also a bold statement of their determination to explore the final frontier. As the world watches with bated breath, China's space program continues to break barriers and push boundaries, reminding us all of the infinite possibilities that await us beyond the blue planet we call home. One thing is certain: the Tiangong Space Station is just the beginning of China's ambitious plans for space exploration, and we can't wait to see what they achieve next. The sky truly is the limit for China and for all of us who dare to dream. If you enjoyed the video, kindly subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out on our videos.